Hi everyone, hope you all doing well. Welcome back to our channel. Now, this will be the third video of the entire series that I'm creating for learning KQL from scratch. And in this video, I'm going to talk about string operators. Now, for majority of the use cases that I'm going to showcase, I will be using Azure Portal and Log Analytics Workspace because there I have a lot of data which exists wherein I can show you multiple operations. Okay. Now, to begin with, there are many string operators which are available. However, the one listed over here are some of the very common ones that you might use for performing data analysis, at least from security standpoint. Now, with this being said, there are a couple of others as well, which I'm going to cover, but according to me, these are the most important one, which you must know because you will be using them a lot as compared to others. Okay. So now I'm going to switch to my browser where I've signed into portal.azure.com and I have clicked on Log Analytics Workspace. And now I'm going to click on my workspace, which is Sentinel, and then I will click on Logs. Now I'm inside my query editor, wherein here I'm going to type all my queries and then I will get results. So let me get started by simply querying the table itself, which is AAD non-interactive user sign-in logs. And I'm getting certain results. Now let's say here if I say where result signature double equal to, and then here I'm going to type success. Okay. Now I will get all the results. However, this is something which I've already covered. But the question is, how come this is different from contains? Okay. So let's say if I comment this particular line now, and here I'll type where operation name contains activity. Okay. Activity. Now, even though operation name contains sign-in activity, but this is what is getting matched here. Okay. Now let's say even if I do capital A, it is still going to match because whether operation name contains activity or not, that is the outcome of this particular statement. Okay. However, let's say if I do does not contain, then the filter is kind of reversed and now I will get the values wherein operation name does not contain activity. Now fundamentally there is no as such field where it is blank or it does not contain activity. Now, why I am saying this, because this is a typical method that I apply while applying filters, and that is I just go ahead and check whether my filters are functioning properly or not. So you can see in last 30 minutes, there is not even one single log that does not contain operation name with the value of sign-in activity. So the moment I'm saying this, I am not getting any result, but the moment I'll change this, I will get that particular result of 143 count. Now this is the purpose of contains. Equal to exactly matches the value. However, contains, just go ahead and check for a specific keyword or let's say string available in the column. Now let me just show you something more. Let's say here if I do contain underscore CS. Okay. And now if I run, now you can see again, I'm not getting any response because it is trying to perform a case sensitive match. Here CS stands for case sensitive. Now the moment I'll change it to small a, I'm again getting results. So this is the purpose of contains, does not contains, contains underscore CS, which is case sensitive, and operation name does not contain CS, which basically means does not apply case sensitivity match. Okay, so if I do this again I'm getting result because here I'm saying that it should not contain activity with capital A, but everywhere it is sign-in activity with small a. Okay, now let's move on to the next one, which is ends with. Okay, now fundamentally a very common scenario for this particular operator is to usually check for, let's say, some values which does not have a very constant layout, or let's say wherein you're not sure about the exact value, but you are sure about certain parts of the values. Okay, now let me just show you an example with app display name itself. Okay, so let's say for compliance center, value. I just want to know where all it exists. So let's say I can do where application display name ends with this particular value. And now I will only get results where app display name is ending with compliance center. You can see. Now, if I want, I can remove this just to make sure that I'm getting the exact value. Now, this part, let's say if I change this to small c, and let's see whether we are getting results or not. So you can see I'm still getting result, which basically means ends with is not going to match the end-to-end case sensitive part. Okay, I can just reverse this by doing does not ends with center, and you can see now I'm getting all the values which are not ending with center. Similarly, the same concept can be applied with starts with. Okay, so let's say here I can say app display name starts with Azure, and I can run this. You can see I'm getting this. However, with starts with, you also get case sensitive match. So let's say if I do this, I'm getting this result. However, if I change this to small a, I will not get any result. Okay, so starts with and does not starts with, or let's say starts with underscore cs and does not starts with underscore cs. These are all different operators which are available, and again they're getting applied to this because app display name is having string type values. Now let's discuss about the next one, which is has. Okay, so for that what I will do is I will project user agent. Okay, and let me also add one more filter here, and that is where user agent is not empty. Okay, so I'm getting all the values. Now let me show you the basic difference between contains and has. Let's say here if I go ahead and type where user agent contains Apple. Okay, now see I'm getting all these different results. Okay, let's say if I do now has, let's see what are we getting. We are not getting anything because this is the exact match which does not exist in the values. Okay, however, if I go ahead and type WebKit, okay, let's see, now we are getting the results. So this has operator basically means that this exact value should exist somewhere, and then only you will get results. So let's say if I do contains, I'm still getting the same result. But if I here go ahead and change this to has again, and if I remove WebKit, then Apple, it is contained in this, but the user agent value does not have one specific keyword named as Apple, and that's why you are not getting results. So this is the basic difference between has and contains. Okay, now with this being said, let's say if I do WebKit again, and if I want, I can say does not has, and I will get the results where this value does not exist. I can also choose the case sensitive ones, the operators, and you can see I'm still getting the same. Now what I can do is I can remove this, and I'm again getting Apple WebKit. If I change this to a, again no results. Okay, so these are all very different type of, you can say, operators which are available, and you should use them as per your requirement. Okay, now let's talk about two more operators which fall under the same category, and for that we'll get started by declaring a variable. Now don't worry about this variable part for now. We'll talk about this in a lot more detail. As of now, just focus on how has any and has all, these two operators work. Okay, so I'm saying let app display name equals to containing any dynamic value, and that can be either, let's say, Microsoft, okay, or it can be, let's say, Azure. Okay, and then here I'm saying AAD non-interactive sign-in logs where app display name has all. Let's get started with this first, and here I'm going to give my app display name, and then I will run it. Okay, Okay, so it's kind of same. So let me just change the value. That's why it's not going. So you can see now I'm getting two values, and let me just project app display name. You can see I'm getting this Microsoft Azure security because this column has both these values. So this has all means that both these values should exist in that particular column, which is app display name. However, the moment I'll change this to has any, now you can see it is actually checking for Microsoft as well as Azure. So let's say if I do summarize count by app display name, then I will get the values of the column app display name where either Microsoft or Azure exist. The moment I'll change this to has all, this basically means that in the set of values defined in app display name 1, make sure the column has both the values. So you can see this is the basic difference between has all and has any. Okay. So let's say if I do here summarize, or let's say if I do where app, or let me just remove this and see what we have not covered yet. So we have discussed about contains, ends with, has prefix, and has prefix is also something that we have covered. So match regex is something that we'll talk later. And yeah, I think you can see majority of them are covered for sure. Starts with is also something that we have covered. And yeah, that's it. So this is all about knowing, okay, wait, I think in is the one that we have not discussed. Okay. So let me keep this variable as it is. And here, let's just change this to in. And now let's just see what are the outcomes that we are getting, because see here we are not getting results because it is not matching the exact value. Okay. So let me just show you something real quick. Okay. I'll change this and let me get the exact value. Let's say Azure per view. Okay. And here, let me just replace this and do run. So you can see Azure per view is I'm getting. So basically in operator is going to exactly match one of the value that exists in your variable. So that's the basic difference between has and in. And similarly, if I go ahead and do a reverse of this, which is does not in fundamentally, then you can see I am getting all the results where Azure purview does not exist, because that's the exact match which is happening. Let me just add this value once just to showcase this capability again. And if I run this, now I will not get results where Azure Advanced Threat Protection or Azure Purview exist. Okay. So let's say if I copy this and let's say if I comment this particular line, then I will start getting Azure Advanced Threat Protection as well as Azure Purview. Okay. So you can see Azure Purview is coming and Azure Advanced Threat Protection is also coming. Okay. So this was all about knowing majority of the string operators that can be applied. We have discussed about many of them, everything related to contains, ends with, starts with, has, in, prefix, and many more. I mean, there are still a couple of them which are left behind, but as we move along with the playlist, as we discuss about security use cases, I am going to cover the remaining one as well. If there is anyone that you want to understand, please comment. I'll try to cover that in next video. So this was all about knowing string operator. In the next video, we are going to see how the numerical operators work. So if you think that this channel is helping you to learn anything new, please feel free to subscribe and share this video with your technical community. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.